Brushstroke Mayhem is a quick, strategic set collection card game for 2 to 5 players. The game takes about 10 minutes per player and ends immediately after any player completes 3 paintings. The game consists of brushstroke cards, paintings, reference cards, double-sided inspiration tokens, and a set of 4-color paintings if you're playing with the expansion. To start the game, shuffle the brushstroke cards and the painting cards. Deal 4 brushstrokes and 2 inspiration tokens to each player. Look at your cards. Flip the top 3 cards from both the brushstroke and painting draw piles and place them face up next to each other. This forms the playing area. Starting with the most colorfully dressed player, each player takes 1 painting from the painting market, replacing it immediately. After everyone has chosen their painting, the game begins. On your turn, you must take 1 action. Choose one of the 2 shared canvas spaces and place a brushstroke card from your hand there. Then draw a brushstroke card and gain 1 inspiration token. You can choose to draw your card either from the deck or from the open market. Cards may stack. Place a brushstroke card from your hand onto your personal canvas. It can hold up to 3 brushstroke cards. Remember, at the start of the game, both the shared and personal canvases are empty. Place a brushstroke card from your hand on either pile in the shared canvas. Then, move the top card from the adjacent shared canvas pile to your personal canvas. Spend your inspiration tokens. 1 token equals 1 brushstroke card. 2 tokens equals 1 painting. You may spend as many tokens as you like in this way. After making this action, refill each market to maintain 3 face-up cards in each. Right after taking your action, you may complete a painting from your hand by combining 3 brushstroke cards that match the colors shown on its corners. To do so, you can only use brushstroke cards from the top of the shared canvas, along with any cards from your personal canvas. Once you complete a painting, discard the used brushstrokes and place the finished painting nearby. The play always proceeds in a clockwise order until one of the players finishes 3 paintings, at which point the game ends immediately. There are a few important notes before explaining the brushstroke color effects. Whenever a player has no brushstroke cards and no inspiration tokens, they must draw 1 brushstroke card instead of taking an action. Another important note is that if the brushstroke deck runs out, you have to shuffle the discard pile and form a new one. Once you're comfortable with the base mechanics, add color effects. They're indicated in the upper right corners of each brushstroke card. Each color has a unique effect that triggers only when played to the shared canvas. For example, red will let you buy new paintings cheaper. Pink will let you add any brushstrokes from an adjacent shared canvas pile into your hand, and black will let you draw more brushstrokes than usual. You'll always choose whether to play a brushstroke for its color effect or to use the card for your standard actions. If you prefer, you may treat the use of color effects as your 5th available action. If you're into games with a bit of sabotage, try the disruption mode. In this mode, whenever someone tries to complete a painting, the player sitting to their right can try to disrupt it. Don't worry, just because they try doesn't mean they'll succeed. To disrupt, they must reveal a brushstroke card from their hand that matches one of the 3 colors used in the painting and has a stroke count exactly 1 higher than the brushstroke they're targeting. Keep in mind that brushstroke numbers go from 1 to 4 and wrap around in a loop, meaning 1 follows 4, 2 follows 1, and so on. For example, if the active player tries to complete a painting using red, brown, and black brushstrokes, the disruptor may reveal a brushstroke of any of those colors, as long as its stroke count is exactly 1 higher than the targeted brushstroke. The active player can then counter-disrupt by responding with the next brushstroke in the loop, continuing the chain. The back and forth goes on until one player can't respond. If you manage to counter-disrupt your opponent, congratulations, you've completed your painting. Discard all the used brushstrokes, including those from the disruption chain, and place the painting nearby. But if your opponent manages to counter you, discard every brushstroke used in the disruption chain, keep your painting in hand, unfinished, and your turn ends. The 4-color expansion plays just like the base game, with one key difference. As soon as any player completes their third painting, they immediately draw a 4-color painting card. This doesn't require an action. These final paintings require 4 specific colors instead of the usual 3. While you're holding a 4-color painting in your hand, all your paintings count as wildcards, like brushstrokes of every color. These powerful cards can be placed on either the shared or personal canvas, following the normal rules. Keep in mind, when you're using these wildcards to complete a painting, they can't be disrupted. Let's say a player tries to complete a painting made up of black, brown, pink, and cyan. They use a black from the shared canvas, plus pink, brown, and a wild card from their personal canvas. If someone wants to disrupt the attempt, they can only go after the regular brushstrokes, not the wild card. Everything else stays the same. The game ends immediately when any player completes their 4-color painting. Brushstroke Mayhem is easy to pick up and has plenty to offer. Color effects let you pull off fun, colorful combos. Disruption adds some take that moments. And the 4-color expansion throws in a final challenge if you're up for a longer game. Whether you're after a quick filler or looking to add something fresh and unique to your collection, this one's for you.